their team, and there's Killer Mike, the Madden Club champion overall from last year, the Air Force Command Post Controller, and he told me just a moment ago, I came back here, Larry, to defend my title. He just got off the phone with his best friend who was at home scouting the matchup between Young Kiv and his opponent, so he gave him some notes. This is high-level Madden, folks. When you got your best friend at home watching online, taking notes and calling you in between the match and say, bro, this is what he did, this is what you need to do. That's what I'm talking about right there.
He has two legend receivers who he'll need to have big days against Kiv's offense. And here, Kiv starts off with
special
the
teams error right there.
They try and go out of bounds, and so we're going to see this thing start at the 40-yard line.
He says, I'm confident. I think I'm going to win this matchup now because I'm not worried about T.Y. Hilton. Confidence and some smack coming from Killer Mike. That tells me he's ready to rock and roll, but it'll be Mike on offense in the action green starting this game. Go ahead, Zach.
Big mistake because T.Y. Hilton is a savage.
He definitely has some speed, and there he is. He's going deep. Oh, and he can't hold on to it there. Where'd he go to school? FIU, right? Florida International down there in Miami. I should know that.
And Randy Moss takes the top off the D. Right there, Paul Krause with his size, able to just get back into the play. Paul Krause is a legend. He actually led the NFL interceptions. Both these players have scouted each other, and so Killer Mike using that play on the first play of the game, maybe he knew something going into it, but Kiv just able to escape any true damage by getting the swat. Now it's a 3rd and 13.
Killer Mike just told me, Larry, I really will be disappointed if I don't do well. This is my championship to win and win it again. And he's got Ingram coming across the middle, and that's a gain of about 2 or 3, so it's going to be 4th and long. I guess we call Killer Mike a vet. He actually is a vet. He's in the Air Force, so he's only 26, but the Air Force Command Post Controller with his first 4th down. Can Young Kiv, who's been working on that defense, bow his neck. Right there he has a strike to Randy Moss, and he caught him on the left-hand side, and what a nice little dot right there, a great pass, and pitch and catch there for Killer Mike.
Mastermind, who put on a great performance. I said, Kiv, are you the favorite in this tournament? And he said, yes.
Yes.
And he said it respectfully, but Mike's the champion, but Kiv knows he did more in all of the other major events, so people expect him to win this thing, so he puts a lot of pressure on himself, and right now, they're just kind of still feeling this first quarter of the game out. 5-minute quarters here at the Seahawks Club Championship.
Killer Mike with another loss on first down. He's got 2 rushes for -6 yards, takes off up the middle, and he slides there. It gets down with Derek Carr. More effort and emphasis on that side of the ball. It's paying off, and we've got the trips to the left with the back offset to the right. Coleman in the backfield, Derek Carr in the gun, and there's that gun bunch that we will see a lot of that West Coast offense from Killer Mike. 3rd and 7 here from around the 40-yard line of Young Kiv's. Mike on the move, and he's got him. And Moss is running down the sideline. He can't hang on once again. Paul Krause doing a good job showing up on defense. We've got another 4th down, Zach.
Conductor. It actually gives him 1 extra adjustment at the line of scrimmage, so he can do more, but maybe he was just trying to do too much, and the play clock runs out on him. Now you go from a manageable 4th and 7 to a really nearly impossible 4th and 12 early in this football game. It's not where you want to be in Madden. These guys go for it on 4th downs.
Competitive Madden, it's all about going for it. He's got him across the middle of the field, and it is complete once again. Who says 4th down is hard? He's got a lot of plays on that playbook, and there's Nuke the Bomb, DeAndre Hopkins, with the catch over the right-hand side for Killer Mike.
First 4th down, he went to Randy Moss on the left, and then he just went to Hopkins on the right. It's the same route, so Kiv will adjust to that and put it in his mental notebook of plays next time Mike gets into a tough situation. This is what he likes to do. Kiv's great because he can adjust, and if you're Mike, you don't want to be in these situations because you're burning a lot of your plays early.
Killer Mike doing a great job spending some money on his receivers. He says he really
scores in the 30s in this year's game of Madden NFL 18. The zone coverage on defense is strong. Both these players have more familiarity with each other, so I expect it to be a tight possession-by-possession game.
Going for Nuke the Bomb, and he goes up and can't hang on to it, DeAndre Hopkins.
For him, and instead, he's going to now go for it. Remember the play he's gone to.
He was about to punt it, then he was going to go field goal, and now he says, you know what, the heck with it, I'm just going for it.
Brandon McManus is his kicker, who cost him, he's 81 overall, so he might just be right on the edge. It would be a very difficult kick.
Would have been from about 56 yards. And he's got him again. Once again, there's DeAndre Hopkins on the out, and he gets into the end zone, and that's a house call. How about Killer Mike? 3 4th down conversions, and that's how you do it. The Air Force Command Post Controller in control early in this one, and it's an early 7-0 lead. The action green Seahawks. Killermike on the move, and he does a great job getting it into the end zone and nuke the bomb. Boy, he is the bomb. That was a great pitch and catch there between Carr and Hopkins. The Seahawks Madden Club champion.
And he does not have as many good receivers as Killermike, but I'll tell you what he does have in 1 second.
We'll see. Will T.Y. Hilton, and he's a factor on that play right there. He was not concerned with T.Y. Hilton.
His defenders, he starts to run towards the sideline, and you know at any moment he's going to bust it back to the inside. Very difficult to contain.
3rd and 1 now in the gun bunch to the right-hand side. He's got his running back Sanders on the left side, and he hits him in the flat. You're not going to make that tackle. Straight Gucci, looking pretty good right now in the championship game.
And Larry, think about the entire championship series. So this event, earning those points is crucial. He had a top finish at a previous event league where there's hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. You get $1,000 for every win. That's what Kiv is playing for beyond just this Seahawks representative. He wants those points.
Barry Sanders, what about that burst off the right-hand side to getting to where you want to be to get into that money and get your share of that $1.1 million on the line this year in the MCS. Barry Sanders off the left-hand side into the end zone. We're tied. Young Kiv with the rock running Barry Sanders from Madden 25 on the cover. Looking real good, and we're a PAT away from being knotted up at 7, Zach.
You get inside that 10-yard line, there's a lot of defenders, not a lot of real estate. It can be very hard to score.
Make some noise out there, the young kids, these Madden fans, in turn, becoming NFL fans, and that's what esports is all about, and the gaming. Jeff Richards and his staff here doing a great job in the marketing department here with the Seahawks. I want to thank Justin and those guys by the Seattle Seahawks, and I don't know why anyone would be surprised, Zach, that the 12s would come out in full force. If it's an event, the 12s will be there to support their team.
First class.
4th down and 2, critical play here for Young Kiv. In the the gun bunch to the left-hand side. He's back to throw. Derek Carr for Killermike, and once again, that's the fourth down conversion he's had. Derek Carr, of his 5 completions, 4 of them have been on 4th down, and he keeps the drive alive once again. Killermike living on the edge.
Not an easy way to make a living with that continual throw. Kiv is getting closer and closer and closer to breaking that up. He wanted that one. You could see Kiv's facial reaction after that play. He made whatever adjustment he thought would stop that, and you don't want to be throwing in traffic too much, but if you do throw in traffic.
Participant, each guy will get 4 possessions. That's how it's trending right now. Killermike with the 2nd possession. That means you're going to have to score it. It becomes a red zone game. TDs versus field goals, and who can get that one key stop will be the one that will be going to Orlando in late January around the Pro Bowl, fighting with the other 31 club champions. And he's going deep, and he's got a receiver, and it's Jerry Rice on the post, and what a throw and catch there. Touchdown for Killermike, and he's got a knack for making the big plays right when he needs them, and then just no emotion. How does he? I would be jumping through that daggone screen if that was me. And you, a great staff here, an all-time great NFL club here, and what they do here in the Pacific Northwest. Now you see why a lot of teams are trying to copy what they're doing here. And there's Young Kiv looking deep on the right-hand side for Carson Wentz.
Killermike, if his defense can't step up and stop Kiv, which nobody's been able to do, could be down 21-14 by the next time he touches the ball. And that's what we talk about with this high-level game of Madden when these guys are going back and forth. It's not if you can score, it's with how little time you can do it.
If getting the ball in the second half would have the advantage.
You can't yet because defense is still too strong. Ahmad Bradshaw.
Oh, what a pick there! Oh my goodness, that's how you read it on the great play there. Is that Ed Reed? I believe it was Ed Reed, huh?
Yeah, and it wasn't a user defensive play. It was just Kiv making a mistake, a miscalculation, and costing him points. And now he's got to hold Mike to no points or a field goal.
There's Coleman running. Oh, you got to keep that thing up there. Maybe pick up another couple of yards, but he is on right now. He had to look like, wow.
I think
I've got the ball. I got a chance to maybe do something.
I think he was surprised. You don't expect to see Kiv throw incompletions, let alone an interception.
Oh, will he go with A or will he go with B? He's going A, and he's going down to Jerry Rice. Oh my gosh, and once again, inside the 10-yard line.
Get Jerry Rice to keep running with the rack catch after that, because this area of the field, extremely difficult to score in. and Mike is going to have to dial something up, but he's got something on the left side of the screen, guys. Watch what Killer Mike does here. He's got a little something he brought to this event. Let's see if he uses it. Little hitch smokescreen combo, one for your home notebook.
Okay, there's the hitch right there. And he takes off running. Good job.
No!
Oh, you want it? Don't do that! Oh, gosh, you've been talking about it. You don't want to run your quarterback. You have to get down.
Larry, I taught the kids.
Oh, my gosh.
I taught the carry, got him turned this way, and that Killer Mike, very smart to back everything off and
he did
not go for the tackle, just let his other defenders catch up. That's good user play in Madden from Killer Mike. That's why he's the champion.
Let the cavalry arrive. Young Kiv has got to be feeling pretty good right now. Like, man, I just dodged a bullet. Ooh, what a hit there by Ed Reed. In the 7 against Killer Mike. Michael Clark, the Air Force Command Post Controller on defense, and here it is, the first play of the third quarter. Young Kiv with the ball around the 27-yard line, and he's back with Carson Wentz. Switch from Michael Vick, and it's going down with the sack. Was that Jadeveon Clowney? I believe so, off the left-hand side. 2nd and 8, a loss of 8 yards, Zach.
That's Clowney. He's got 94-plus power move. He's going against a gold-level tackle, which is right in the middle, and he's going to win that battle more often than not.
Kiv back to throw, and he's got his receiver, Richardson, the advantage here.
You got a second chance by playing him in the finals again, and you got a second chance after the turnover, so you're on a second chance of a second chance. This is the play. If you have a play for 4th and 7, you call it right now.
Carson Wentz back to pass, and he's looking. He's got some space right up the middle, and he's sacked before he's able to take off and run. He had the receiver coming across, and he had nothing but green spaces up the middle. That was an error by Young Kiv there, and he's definitely disappointed. In the action green now, Killer Mike, you notice he's going to keep it on the ground. He's not going to do anything crazy. You won't see any helicopter moves with this quarterback. And there's Coleman. I'm struggling to understand why he's so good in Madden. I mean, he's powerful. He's got good speed. He's an overall good running back, and he's number 2 on his team.
He's a great value for his salary. That's the difference between the cap. If you don't want to spend big cap at running back, because
I want to be in Orlando. He was talking to a buddy here on the side, talking about going to Orlando. Not that he was making plans.
Which parks are they going to be attending?
Clearly, he was looking ahead to.
He's going to Disney World.
Possibly being down there. 3rd down and 10 for Mike, and he goes a high point, and he can't come down with Jerry Rice. So it'll be about a 30-yard field goal, and it's up and it's good. So I know, right? Just want to take a quick breather. Under 2:15 to go, and there's the toe drag swag.
You have 3 timeouts, so Kiv is in a good situation. He just has to get some points on this drive.
Doing a good job. I like his composure because you know he's pretty anxious. Oh, be careful there, but it's thrown in there, and that's a dot, and it's completed. I believe that was T.Y. Hilton, 1st and 10. If you're Kiv, you're thinking, look, I mean, I love his composure. He wants this so badly. He told us he was so open about it, and I really appreciate that about him, being open and talking to us about that. But you got to be thinking at this point, he's like, how does he stop from pressing?
There, Kiv was responsible and did get some gold players on that line.
He didn't neglect them.
But Clowney's going to eat them up.
Yeah, Killer Mike talked about it. He said that's his one weakness. He says, man, our O-line is not good, although they've done pretty good in this tournament. So you're right. If you can get some value there and keep your quarterback upright, that's where you probably will neglect him. There's a pass to Jerry Rice coming across the middle on that dig.
The offense we've been seeing, and now when he gets down into this red zone area, he goes to the single back ace. He feels good in it, and he's going to need it to deliver if he wants to tie this game and get closer, get it in with 1 possession.
Empty backfield for Carson Wentz, looking to the left, and he's going back to the right, and he's got a receiver. That was Hicks, right?
Yeah.
Is that the linebacker?
The low throw. He tried to throw that earlier. He got a bad pass, but using that low pass mechanic, putting it where only his receiver can get it, and he's down to the 2-yard line.
I like it.
See.
On the hurry up, too. And there's Carson Wentz up the middle, and he is in the end zone. And Young Kiv back in the ball game at 17-13, pinning the extra point. The hometown guy from Edmonds, Washington, back in this ball game. And guys, we're going to go down here at the end of the third quarter, into that fourth quarter. Mascot, what up, Blitz? We have the Seagulls here, Frank Clark and Ode Abushi earlier signing autographs into the fourth quarter. Here we go, and there's a pass. Oh, and it's picked off. off the carom by Earl Thomas, and what a play by Young Kiv. Holy cow.
And Larry, that is the difference. We talk about defenders that have that 91 zone rating. They play that route. It leads to a tip, and Earl Thomas is there in a fortunate position to make the interception. That break on the ball, limited defenders do it. These guys stack. That is why they spend so much cap on those positions. It matters.
It does.
The tweaking of their lineups matter. The hours these guys put in matter. And now Kiv has the ball.
Hits Jerry Rice off the right-hand side.
Go deep. They want to make the big play. They want to put points on the board. But Kiv is showing you how you have the formula for a successful pass offense rather than just popping on your Xbox, chucking it downfield, and hoping that it works.
It's all about that yak. There he is. He's got him on the corner route. Look at Jerry Rice. Does he get in? No, he's down to the 1. To me now, how can I find a way to get off the field? And there is the QB sneak, and he is in the end zone. Young Kiv seesaws back in front. He has the lead here in front of his hometown fans. A 21-17 lead, and just like that.
All routes downfield, Kiv is probably going to take those away. And that's what's happening.
Back to pass, and he is sacked.
That Hicks that's in the middle of the field, that's Jordan Hicks. Elite 92 overall and has 91 zone. A defender that is going to play like a safety.
Great move there by Ingram running, and he picks up the first down. Washington with the lead, but young Killermike, not young, Killermike, not old either. Veteran Killermike.
Medium-aged Mike.
Medium-aged Mike.
Middle-aged Mike.
Middle-aged Mike doing a great job. 2 minutes to go here. Down by 4. 2nd and 10 for the action green Seahawks. That is Killermike. Gun bunch back in one of his favorite West Coast formations there with the Raiders offense. He's got to get rid of it, and he's got a receiver. Randy Moss down.
And he is going for the win. He is going to try and win this. This is like Sully landing that plane in the Hudson. Like that was way more impressive, but this is also tactically impressive. The margin for error that Killermike is now putting on himself.
Do you go chew clock here? At least you get it around a minute left or under a minute.
You do, but he wants to let it run down rather than call it because then he gets more time, and he's cool with just kind of sitting there. But he is going for the win and the win only.
I like it. Go big or go home. And there's Coleman. Does he do a Patriots or does he score? He said, you know what, the heck with it. I'm going to score. I'm not playing any games. And now it's Killermike back in front by 2, right?
By 2 right now. He's going to try and make it 3. He punches it through, and now the game is in Kiv's hands.
And here's a guy, he doesn't have a lot of blowouts. He talked about it. He said, Larry, look, I'm not going to blow anybody out. Every game I'm going to be in is going to be pretty close. But he gets confidence from, the way that he labs and the way that he studies and the way that he practices. And here he is, once again with a 3-point lead, about 1:07 left.
And Kiv
on the move.
Kiv has Graham Gano, 80 overall as his kicker, so he's probably got to get to about the 49-yard line just to make sure.
Oh, and there's the sack off the side, and that's
2nd and 18. He's been masterful at getting yards back out of long yardage situations, making them comfortable. Can he do it here?
Young Kiv, 2 timeouts remaining. 2nd and 18. He hits Jerry Rice off the left-hand side. Nice spin move. Still comes up short. Gain of about 16. We'll call it 3rd and 2. Tick, 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 tick.
He's going to let it run. Trying to find a play.
Smart play. He's
43
going for the win.
seconds. Clock is moving. 3rd and 2.
Needs about 10 more yards to get in field goal range, right? He needs to get to around the 40. That'd make it about a 57-yard field goal. Wentz back to pass, and he's got Barry Sanders off the right-hand side.
Don't want to rely on that, though. He had a kick block in El Paso. Doesn't want to rely on that.
Got it.
Graham.
And he's got Jerry Rice there. Galen down by a field goal. Killermike up 24-21. Under 30 seconds remaining, and it's going down to the wire here in Rain City. Live at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, and there's a pass complete for the tie.
You're going to go for the win, but you can't put the ball in harm's way because you're guaranteed overtime. So this is a very tricky situation for Kiv. How aggressive do you play this? Do you play for overtime, which you're looking good, or do you go for the end zone but potentially risk a tip, a pick? We've seen balls bounce around and be intercepted all game.
Can Killermike get off the field?
Dangerous.
2nd down and 4 for Young Kiv, and once again he's working those flats big time.
And Kiv, that might.
No, he got it. It's good. And we're heading to overtime.
You put your offense on the field.
Unless you're a bad dude.
Incredible
bad dude.
completion percentage.
Once again, Killermike won last year by a touchdown, 38-31, to capture the Seahawks Club Championship. Young Kiv back this season, revenge on his mind.
A touchdown to win this game. A touchdown would win it. A field goal would give Killermike a full possession to get a field goal or to get a touchdown to win it.
Carson wins plenty of time, and he's going to the sidelines, does not hold on to it.
The defender will stop giving him those short throws, but if you do that, you do risk going downfield. You got to call it at the right time.
Coming up the side, and he's going down.
Seahawks
there are plays on the play sheet for 4th and 7, totally different than 4th and 17. 4th and 7 here for Young Kiv, back to pass. Mike trying to bring a little pressure off the side on him. What a great block there by the lineman, and he picked it up in a dot to his receiver, Jerry Rice. Oh my gosh, what a pickup there by the offensive lineman. Saved the game for Young Kiv.
Let your blockers do their thing. Surgical throw with the game on the line.
Gun bunch, there's Barry Sanders off the left-hand side. Picks
back. If you can square him up, he's got to be a little bit fatigued in this situation. Can you hit him?
Carson Wentz back to pass, and he's got Sanders in the flat. Oh, and the spin move. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, he did it. You said it. You have to be careful there. The spin move, the first time all day that Barry Sanders lays it on the ground. And it's Killermike that gets his 3rd turnover in overtime, and now it's on the hands and on the sticks.